Me Bailey, 34, living my best life in the city. Have a great marketing director job, nice apartment, amazing friends. Independent woman who knows her worth. Don't need no man, but would be nice to find one who meets my standards. Not asking for much, just 6 feet plus, 6 figures, owns his place. Emotionally available, fit, funny, shares my values. Swipe through Bumble during my lunch break. Ugh, 5 feet 10 inches, swipe left. Next guy looks promising, but his job title is Senior Analyst, which sounds mid-level, swipe left. Match with a decent-looking guy, he messages first, even though it's Bumble and I'm supposed to. Hey beautiful, you have an amazing smile. Eye roll so hard I almost sprain something. Can't even come up with something original, probably sends that to everyone. Unmatch. Text my group chat with Morgan, Sienna, and Jade. Why are men on these apps so low effort? Immediate responses validating me. Morgan. Girl, I know, they're all trash. Sienna. The bar is in hell and they still can't meet it. Jade. This is what the patriarchy has done, made mediocre men think they deserve us. Feel better? They get it. A weekend brunch with the girls at our usual spot. Mimosas flowing, discussing our dating lives, or lack thereof. Morgan just got out of another relationship. Guy wasn't emotionally evolved enough. She gave him 3 months to work on his communication, but he didn't read the relationship books she sent him. You deserve better, babe. We all chorus. Sienna is seeing someone casually, but he's not stepping up to make it official. She's not going to ask him though. Men need to pursue. My phone buzzes. Notification from LinkedIn. Luca updated his profile. Luca. This guy I worked with like 3 years ago at my old company. Nice enough, kind of boring, maybe 5 feet 11 inches, made like $75,000 in his account management role. He asked me to coffee once. I said I was too busy. Didn't feel a spark. Anyway, too average. Click on his profile and almost drop my phone. His profile picture is him on a beach somewhere tropical with his arm around this absolutely gorgeous woman. She's like stunning. Maybe mid-20s, beaming at the camera. His headline now says, Living in Manila, Business Consultant. When did this happen? Scroll through his posts. All these photos of him looking genuinely happy, trying local food, at beaches, with this woman who shows up in half of them. One caption, Found paradise and the woman of my dreams in the Philippines. Should have done this years ago. Comments full of other guys saying, Congrats, man, and living the dream, bro. Show the girls. Ew. Passport, bro, Sienna says immediately. Morgan nods. Those guys who can't get women here, so they exploit vulnerable women abroad. She's obviously a gold digger, Jade adds. Just wants a green card. Exactly what I was thinking, I say, putting my phone away. But something bothers me about it for the rest of brunch. Luca wasn't some loser, he was just normal. Normal job, normal looks, normal personality. He didn't do anything wrong when we worked together. Just wasn't exciting enough for me, I guess. Shake it off. He probably got scammed by some woman using him for citizenship. Monday at work, pulling up reports for quarterly review. My assistant mentions she's going to another wedding next month. Ugh, how many is that this year? I ask. This is my 4th. She laughs. She's only 26. I haven't been to a wedding in 2 years, and that was my cousin's. Everyone my age is either already married or gave up. The girls getting married now are all younger. Notice this pattern more and more. My friend from college posts engagement photos. She's 28, marrying her boyfriend of 3 years. He's probably 5 feet 9 inches, works as a teacher, so definitely not 6 figures. She looks happy though. Glowing even, comment, congratulations, with heart emojis. But internally I'm like, girl, you settled. She could have held out for someone more successful. Another Tuesday, another pointless first date. Matched with Derek, looks good in photos, says he's in finance. We meet at a wine bar downtown. He's actually 5 feet 11 inches, even though his profile said 6 feet 1 inch. Typical. We sit down, I order an expensive glass of wine to see if he'll react. He doesn't. Good sign. Start talking about work. Mention my role, my team size, my responsibilities. He nods politely. Ask what he does in finance. I'm a financial advisor, help clients with investment portfolios. Oh, so like what's your book of business? AUM? He looks slightly uncomfortable. We don't really disclose those numbers, but I do well enough. Red flag, probably makes less than 6 figures. Conversation continues. He's nice enough, but kind of boring. Tells a joke that's mildly funny, but I don't laugh much because I don't want to seem too eager. He asks about my hobbies. Talk about my cats, my friend group, my fitness routine, My thoughts on current events. Realize I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight. He's just listening, nodding. You don't talk much, do you? I say. Oh, I'm just enjoying learning about you. I prefer men who can hold a conversation. He tries to tell me about his recent hiking trip, but I'm already mentally checked out. Check my phone a couple times. He notices. Am I boring you? No, sorry, just have a lot going on with work. Check comes. He picks it up. I don't offer to split because if he's really interested, he should want to pay. He pays without complaint. Want to get another drink somewhere else? He suggests. I have an early morning tomorrow, but this was nice. It wasn't really, but whatever. He texts the next day. Had a great time, would love to see you again. Leave it on read for 2 days, then reply, been really busy, not sure our schedules align. He doesn't respond. Good, save me the trouble. Girls' night at Morgan's apartment, wine, and reality TV. Somehow conversation turns to Luca again. I'd been stalking his social media periodically, showed the girls his latest post, him and his girlfriend cooking together in a beautiful modern kitchen. She's in a sundress, laughing at something. He's got his arm around her waist. Caption: My baby made my favorite dish tonight. Luckiest man alive. She cooks for him regularly? What is this, 1952? Sienna scoffs. Morgan shakes her head. She doesn't know any better. Probably raised in a patriarchal culture that taught her worth comes from serving men. I feel bad for her, honestly, Jade adds. But I notice how genuinely happy they both look. Like, Luca never smiled that wide when I knew him. He was always kind of stressed, trying hard at work, getting passed over for promotions. Do you think... I start, then stop. What? Morgan asks. Nothing. Just, he seems really happy. Yeah, because he has a bangmaid who probably has no other options, Sienna says. Everyone laughs. I laugh too. But it feels forced. Few weeks later, company happy hour. Talking to some guys from the sales team. They're discussing someone I don't know who apparently moved to Colombia. Matt's living his best life down there, man, one says. Saw his Instagram. His girlfriend is like a model or something. Dude pulled a total 180. He was so miserable here after his divorce. Can you blame him? His ex-wife took him to the cleaners and she was the one who cheated. American women are on something else, man. That's why so many guys are doing the passport thing now. I interject, you guys seriously believe that? Those women are just using them for money. They all turn to look at me. One guy, Kevin, shrugs. Matt's girl has her own career. She's a nurse down there. Makes decent money for Colombia. Then why date an American guy? I challenge. Maybe because she actually appreciates him? Novel concept, right? His tone is sharp, not what I expected. I just think it's exploitative, I say. What's exploitative is expecting men to be 6 feet 3 inches walking ATMs who read minds and never have bad days, Kevin shoots back. Awkward silence. Someone's bitter, I mutter. Someone's going to die alone with her cats, he mutters back. I walk away, fuming. Complain about it in the group chat. They all validate me. Kevin's a jerk, toxic masculinity, etc. But his words stick with me. That night, lying in bed, scrolling through dating apps. My matches are guys I'm not attracted to or guys who just want hookups. The attractive, successful guys I match with either ghost after a few messages or make it clear they just want something casual. Think about my requirements list I have saved in my notes app. Height, 6 feet plus. Income, $100,000 plus. Age, 32 to 42. Body, fit, athletic build. Education, college degree minimum. Home, must own or be buying, no roommates. Car, must have reliable vehicle. Politics, progressive feminist ally. Personality, funny, emotionally intelligent, good communicator, ambitious, adventurous. Deal breakers, conservative politics, short, overweight, lives with parents, video games as main hobby, watches sports obsessively, bad texter, doesn't read, has crazy ex, baby mama drama, not over ex, workaholic, boring, read through it. Mathematically, this eliminates like 95% of men, but I deserve to have standards, right? I'm a catch. Successful career, independent, good friend group, relatively attractive. I'd say I'm a solid 7, maybe 8 with the right outfit. Why should I settle? Fall asleep unsatisfied again? Few months pass, same patterns, bad dates, ghosting, casual situations that go nowhere. I'm getting increasingly frustrated. My married co-worker Emma announces she's pregnant with her second kid. She's 31, married at 27 to her college boyfriend. He's a nice guy, absolutely, devoted to her, probably makes $60,000 as an electrician. I remember thinking she settled when she got engaged, but seeing her glow, talking about their family, their house in the suburbs they bought together, something twists in my chest. Another weekend, another wedding. My friend Rachel from grad school, she's marrying this guy Tom, who I always thought was beneath her. He's not particularly handsome, works in IT, kind of nerdy, but watching them at the reception, the way he looks at her like she hung the moon, the way she touches his arm when she talks to him. Their vows were actually beautiful, talking about partnership and growth. I'm at the singles table with 2 other women and a teenage cousin. This wasn't how I pictured 34. At the bar, Rachel's cousin Dylan strikes up a conversation. He's maybe 5 feet 10 inches, wearing a slightly ill-fitting suit. Seems nice enough. We talk for a while. He's actually pretty funny. He asks for my number. I give it. To him, why not? He texts the next day, wants to take me to dinner. We go out Thursday night. He planned the whole thing, made reservations at a nice Italian place, pulls out my chair, asks questions about my life, listens actively, tells me about his work as a project manager, his family, his dog. I find myself actually enjoying it, until he mentions he lives with 2 roommates to save money while paying off student loans. Immediate turn-off. 34 and roommates? Come on. Also, he's probably 5 feet 9 inches actually. I'm 5 feet 4 inches, and in heels, I'm almost his height. Conversation is pleasant, but I'm already mentally checked out. He pays for dinner, walks me to my car, asks to see me again. I'll let you know, work is crazy right now. He seems disappointed, but nods. Texts me over the next week. I respond minimally. He eventually stops. Feel a bit bad, but also, I have standards for a reason. One night, can't sleep, scrolling social media. Luca posted a new photo. He's proposed. The ring is gorgeous. She's crying happy tears. They're on a beach at sunset. Hundreds of comments congratulating them. I click through to her profile, even though it's probably creepy. Her name is Isabel. She's 28, works as a graphic designer. Her feed is full of art, food she's cooked, beach photos, couple photos with Luca. She's not just pretty, she seems genuinely kind. Comments on her friends' posts are all supportive and sweet. Photos of her volunteering with her family, at church. She takes care of herself, every photo she's fit and put together, but not in a vain way, more like she values presentation. There's this video she posted of her surprising Luca with tickets to a concert of his favorite band. His reaction is pure joy. Caption: anything to see him smile like this. I try to find something wrong with her, some red flag that proves she's using him, but I can't. She just seems nice, genuinely nice and in love. Close the app, feeling worse than before. Next day, lunch with my mum. Haven't seen her in a few weeks. She asks about my dating life. Same old mom, the men out here are just not it. She gives me this look. Honey, you know I love you, but have you considered that maybe you're being too picky? Having standards isn't being picky. You raised me to know my worth. I raised you to be confident, not entitled. Stung by that. I'm not entitled. I just want someone on my level. And what level is that exactly? Because from where I'm sitting, you're successful in your career, but struggling in every other area. That's not fair, isn't it? When's the last time you were in a relationship longer than 3 months? Think about it. 2 years ago, dated Marcus for 4 months before I ended it because he didn't text enough throughout the day. That's what I thought, Mom says gently. Your grandmother and I, we understood something you girls today don't seem to get. What? That we should be submissive? Housewives? No, that relationships are about partnership, not competition. You're constantly trying to prove you don't need a man, but then upset you don't have one. You want traditional chivalry, but mock traditional values. You're so busy being independent that you won't let anyone in. Feel tears pricking my eyes. The world told you that you could have it all, and you can, just not all at the same time, and not with the same attitude you use in the boardroom. Make an excuse about getting back to work early. Sit in my car in the parking lot crying for 20 minutes. That weekend, Morgan calls an emergency girls' night. Her situationship finally ended. The guy started officially dating someone else. We all gather to console her, bring wine and snacks, ready to trash this guy. He's dating some 24-year-old yoga instructor, Morgan says through tears. Of course he is, Sienna says. Men are so predictable, can't handle a woman their own age. She's probably vapid. And boring, Jade adds. Did you see her Instagram? She posted a story of them together already. We all creep on her profile. expecting to find some young, dumb girl we can make fun of. But her feed is actually really impressive. She's a yoga instructor, but also getting her nutrition certification, posts about meditation, healthy recipes, positivity. She's beautiful in that natural, glowy way. Recent post is about the importance of feminine energy and supporting your partner. Comments are full of women praising her perspective. She's probably one of those pick-me girls, I say. Everyone agrees, but it sounds hollow. Look at this girl who's younger, seems sweet and positive, and just started dating the guy Morgan wanted. Morgan, who constantly tested him, went days without responding to his texts to see if he'd chase, criticized his restaurant choices, made fun of his hobbies. Don't say this out loud, obviously, but I'm thinking it. Few weeks later, work sends me to a conference in Austin. At the hotel bar after the first day, exhausted from networking, Guy sits down a few seats away, we make eye contact and smile. He moves closer, introduces himself as Ryan. We start talking. He's in town for the same conference. Actually, interesting conversation about industry trends, technology, future predictions. He's smart, funny, attractive. My height requirement goes out the window because he's probably 5 feet 10 inches, but I'm feeling the chemistry. We close down the bar, exchange numbers. He texts me the next morning asking to get breakfast. We spend the whole second day of the conference basically hanging out together. Go to dinner that night, conversation flows easily. He tells me about his life, his work, his recent divorce. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? I say. He sighs. Honestly, we just grew apart. Or maybe we were never that compatible to begin with. She's a great person, successful attorney, beautiful, intelligent. But everything was a fight. Every little thing I did was wrong somehow. I didn't communicate right. I wasn't emotionally available enough. But when I opened up, I was being too needy. I made good money, but not enough. I helped around the house, but not the right way. I just got tired of being inadequate. Something about his honesty strikes me. So you gave up? I ask, a bit defensively. I chose peace, he corrects. Now I'm just focusing on myself for a while before getting back out there. When I do, though, I'm looking for someone who actually likes me, not someone who sees me as a project to fix. Feel weirdly called out, even though he's talking about his ex. We hook up that night. It's good. Amazing, actually. Best I've had in years. Something about his confidence, his directness. Next morning, we get breakfast again. Fly back home feeling high on the connection. Text throughout the week, flirty and fun. But he's in Seattle, I'm in Denver. Suggest he come visit. I'd love to, but work is slammed. For the next few weeks. Maybe you could come here? Feel annoyed. He should visit me first, the man should pursue. Text the girls about it. They agree. If he's interested, he'll make the effort. Stop responding as enthusiastically. He notices, asks if everything's okay. Fine, just busy. Okay? Well, let me know when you want to visit. I'd love to show you Seattle. Why isn't he offering to come here again? Whatever, his loss. He stops texting as much, then stops altogether. See on his Instagram, a month later, he's dating someone. She looks sweet and normal. Comment on one of their photos says, "You seem so happy. She must be special." His reply, "She is. Finally found someone who doesn't play games." Delete the app, pour wine, call Sienna to complain. Months continue like this. Bad dates, almost connections that fizzle, frustration mounting. I'm 35 now. Birthday was depressing. The girls took me out, but it felt sad somehow. We're all single, all successful, all increasingly bitter. Our conversations have become echo chambers of validation. Men are trash, we're too good for them, their loss, we're thriving. But are we? Morgan's on antidepressants now. Sienna's seeing a therapist for anxiety. Jade just bought her third cat. I'm drinking more wine than I used to. Wake up one Sunday, scroll social media with coffee. Luca posted wedding photos. They got married in the Philippines, beach ceremony. She looks like a princess. He looks happier than I've ever seen anyone look. The photos are gorgeous, sunset and ocean, both families celebrating. His caption is long, talking about how he never thought he'd find this kind of love. Isabel sees the best in me every day. She supports my dreams, takes care of our home, and fills my life with joy. I finally understand what partnership means. To my wife, thank you for choosing me. Her caption on her post, "Married my best friend today. Can't wait to build our life together. Te amo mi amor." Comments are overwhelmingly positive. His friends and family saying how happy they are for him. Her friends saying he's a blessing. Not a single negative comment. Sit there staring at these photos for way too long. This is the guy I couldn't even give a chance to 3 years ago. Too average, too boring, didn't make enough money, he wasn't 6 feet plus, didn't have 6 figures, didn't check my boxes. Now he's married to this woman who clearly adores him, and he looks more fulfilled than most men I know. Think about all the guys I've rejected for superficial reasons. The height thing alone has eliminated probably hundreds of potential matches, the income requirement another huge chunk, the personality requirements, the deal breakers, the tests, the games. What exactly have all my standards gotten me? I'm alone. Successful career, nice apartment, good friends. But I come home to cats every night. Haven't had sex in 8 months. Haven't been in love in, I don't even remember. Start thinking about the pattern in all my relationships. I end them. Always find some reason why they're not good enough. He texted another girl a heart emoji. She was his sister. He didn't plan elaborate enough dates. He showed up to dinner in jeans when I expected business casual. He got emotional when his grandmother died. Too sensitive. He wasn't emotional enough when I was stressed, emotionally unavailable. He played video games to unwind, immature. He worked long hours, workaholic, who won't prioritize me. The common denominator in all these failed relationships is me. That's a hard pill to swallow. Spend the day really reflecting. Look at my life objectively. I'm attractive enough, but I've let my fitness routine slip, probably carrying extra 15 pounds. My apartment is always kind of messy because I'm too busy to clean. I can't cook much beyond basic pasta and takeout. I'm often stressed and irritable. I talk about myself constantly. I don't really ask men about their lives, their dreams, their interests. I'm critical and judgmental. I test people to see if they'll jump through hoops. I keep score of who did what for whom. I bring up my exes to make guys jealous. I play hard to get even when I like someone. I expect mind reading while being terrible at communicating what I actually want. I want equality when it benefits me, and tradition when it benefits me. I want a man to be strong and stoic, but also vulnerable and emotional. I want him to pursue me relentlessly, but also respect my boundaries and not be pushy. I want him to lead, but also defer to me. No wonder I'm single. No wonder men are flying to other countries. It's not that they can't handle strong women, it's that they're tired of combative, ungrateful, confusing women. Women who view every interaction as a political statement. Women who've been told that cooperating with a man is oppression. Women who think femininity is weakness. Women like me. This realization hits like a truck. Start thinking. About Isabel. Bao and the other women these guys are dating abroad. They're not victims. They're not gold diggers. They're not stupid or brainwashed. They understand something I forgot or never learned. That relationships aren't 50-50. They're 100-100. That you can be strong and successful while still being soft and nurturing. That taking care of someone you love isn't oppression, it's love. That men aren't the enemy, they're potential partners. That standards are fine, but they have to be proportional to what you offer. I wanted a 6 feet, 2 inches, financially successful, emotionally intelligent, ambitious, funny, fit man. What was I offering in return? My presence? My successful career? My strong opinions? That's not enough. Those women are offering partnership, support, appreciation, cooperation, physical attraction, domestic skills, respect. They're maintaining themselves physically because they know attraction matters. They're learning to cook because they want to nurture their families. They're supportive of their men's ambitions instead of competing. They appreciate effort instead of demanding perfection. They're pleasant to be around. When's the last time someone described me as pleasant? More like opinionated, strong-willed, independent, knows what she wants, doesn't take crap. Those aren't bad things necessarily, but they're not exactly conducive to romance. Spend the next few weeks really examining my beliefs and behaviors. Start working out consistently again, not just for appearance, but for discipline. Take a cooking class, learn to make some basic nice meals, clean and organize my apartment, make it a space I'm proud of. Start reading books about relationships instead of just feminist theory. One book talks about masculine and feminine energy in relationships, how both men and women have both, but in romantic relationships, the polarity creates attraction. My whole adult life, I've been in my masculine energy, achieving, competing, directing, controlling. When I date, I bring that same energy. But masculine energy attracts feminine energy. If I'm being masculine, I attract feminine men. Then I judge them as weak. The men I'm attracted to are masculine, but they're attracted to feminine energy, receptive, flowing, nurturing, supportive. I've completely rejected femininity as some kind of betrayal of women. But femininity isn't weakness. It's a different kind of strength. Start practicing being more receptive. When someone offers help, say thank you instead of I got it. When someone gives a compliment, accept it graciously instead of deflecting. When someone suggests plans, go with the flow instead of needing to control everything. When someone makes a mistake, assume good intent instead of assigning malicious motive. It feels weird at first, vulnerable, like I'm giving up power, but slowly I realize I'm not giving up power. I'm creating space for connection. Update my dating profile. Remove the snarky comments about height and money. Remove the requirements list. Just put genuine information about myself and what I'm looking for. Partnership, laughter, growth, connection. Start matching with different types of men. Give chances to guys I normally would have swiped left on. Go on a date with Chris. He's 5 feet 9 inches, works as a teacher, loves hiking. Old me would have never given him a chance. New me shows up open-minded. He planned a coffee date at a cute local spot. Conversation is easy. He's genuinely kind. Asks about my life and actually listens. Tells me about his work with kids. His eyes light up. I don't check my phone once. When the check comes, he pays. I say thank you instead of making a weird comment about equality. He walks me to my car, asks to see me again. I smile and say I'd really like that. We start seeing each other regularly. He's not perfect, doesn't make 6 figures, drives an older car, rents an apartment. But he's consistent, honest, kind, present. He plans thoughtful dates, remembers things I tell him, communicates clearly. I cooked dinner for him one night, something I learned in my class. His face when he takes the first bite. This is amazing, you made this? Feel proud. Happy to have done something nice for him. We watch a movie, I let him pick instead of insisting on my choice. I curl up against him on the couch. Being soft feels good. Being receptive feels good. Being appreciative feels good. After a couple months, realize I'm happier than I've been in years. Tell the girls about him at brunch. They're skeptical. He's a teacher? What does he make, like $50,000? He's shorter than your usual type. Are you sure you're not settling? Take a breath before responding. He makes enough. He's passionate about his work and good at it. Height doesn't matter when you're lying down, I joke, but also serious. And no, I'm not settling. I'm actually choosing substance over superficial checklists. They exchange looks. I mean, if you're happy, Morgan says, but her tone suggests she doesn't think I should be. Realize our friendship has been based largely on mutual validation of our victim mentality. We've been holding each other back, keeping each other single with bad advice. I love them, but I need to create some distance. Start seeing them less, focusing more on my relationship and personal growth. Chris meets my parents after 4 months. My mum pulls me aside in the kitchen. Honey, I like him. He seems genuine. And, more importantly, you seem lighter. Lighter? Less defensive, less angry, more like the girl I raised before the world told her she had to fight everyone. She's right. I've been so busy fighting the patriarchy that I was fighting potential partners, bringing political ideology into intimate relationships where it doesn't belong. Chris and I have been together for 8 months now. We're talking about moving in together. He wants to get engaged within the year, old me. Would panic at that, feel like I'm losing my independence. Current me feels excited, secure, happy. I still have my career, my friends, my identity. But I also have a partner who I respect and who respects me. We're a team, not opponents. See Luca's Instagram, he and Isabel just announced they're expecting. The photo is adorable, her holding a sonogram, both beaming. I comment, congratulations, so happy for you both. He responds, thanks Bailey, hope all is well with you. No bitterness, just genuine well wishes. He found what he needed, I'm finding what I need. Different paths, both valid. Think about where I was a year ago. Angry, bitter, alone, confused, blaming men for my problems, calling successful relationships exploitation or settling, maintaining impossible standards while offering minimal value, testing instead of trusting, competing instead of cooperating, demanding instead of appreciating. The Passport Bros phenomenon wasn't about weak men exploiting vulnerable women. It was about exhausted men finding partners who actually wanted to be partners. About men choosing peace and appreciation over constant conflict. About men realizing they had options beyond what Western dating culture was offering. Those women aren't backwards or oppressed. In many ways, they're smarter about relationships than we are. They understand that cooperation creates better outcomes than competition. That appreciation builds stronger bonds than criticism. That femininity and strength aren't mutually exclusive. That taking care of someone you love is a privilege, not oppression. Modern feminism gave me a lot of good things: education, career opportunities, financial independence, political voice. But it also gave me some really bad relationship advice. It told me that needing a man made me weak, that cooperating with a man made me subservient, that traditional femininity was internalized misogyny, that any standards I wanted were valid, but men's standards were shallow, that I should never compromise or adjust or grow. It set me up for loneliness. I'm grateful I figured it out before it was too late. Some of my friends might not. Morgan just turned 36, still single, still angry, still blaming men. Sienna's dating someone new who she's already finding flaws in. Jade just signed up for a seminar about dealing with narcissists, even though she calls every ex a narcissist. I tried to share what I'd learned with them. They weren't ready to hear it, called me a pick-me, said I'd changed, said Chris had brainwashed me. That hurt, but I understand. I would have said the same thing a year ago, sitting at dinner with Chris tonight. He cooked this time, trying a new recipe. We're laughing about something that happened at his school. His hand reaches across the table and takes mine. I'm really happy, he says simply. Me too, I respond. And I mean it. Not perfect happiness, not rom-com happiness, but real, sustainable partnership happiness. The kind that comes from mutual respect and appreciation, from choosing each other every day, from being teammates instead of opponents, from dropping the ego and opening the heart. I think about the title of those Passport Bros articles I used to read with disgust. Why men choose passport bros over American women. I get it now. It's not that American women are inherently worse. It's that we've been sold a lie about what makes relationships work. We've been told that standards without reciprocity is empowerment. That criticism is how you make men better. That traditional gender roles are always oppression. That wanting partnership means you're weak. That men should qualify for you, but you don't need to qualify for them. The women abroad, they weren't raised with these lies. They know attraction isn't politically correct. They know men and women are different, and that's okay. They know cooperation beats competition in relationships. They know that what you offer matters as much as what you require. They're not perfect. They have their own issues and challenges. But in the specific arena of romantic relationships, they understand something we forgot. I almost became a cautionary tale. Successful, independent, strong woman who ended up alone, wondering where all the good men went. Blaming everyone but myself, playing victim instead of taking responsibility. Now I'm on a different path. Still successful, still independent, still strong. But also soft, appreciative, cooperative. Still have standards, but proportional ones. Still have boundaries, but not walls. Still have my voice, but I've learned when to use it and when to listen. Chris isn't perfect, neither am I, but we're perfect for each other. Because we both show up ready to be partners. Ready to appreciate rather than criticize, ready to support rather than compete, ready to build something together. That's what those men found abroad. That's what I almost missed. That's what I finally found when I stopped fighting and started flowing. Being a woman isn't about rejecting everything feminine. Being strong isn't about being hard. Being independent isn't about being alone. Being equal isn't about being the same. I wish someone had told me this at 25. Would have saved me a decade of confusion and loneliness. But I'm grateful I learned it at all. Grateful I pulled my head out before 40, before it really was too late. Grateful for the men who left. Grateful they showed there was another way. Grateful I was humble enough to finally learn the lesson. Be me, Bailey, 35, in a healthy relationship. Finally understanding what I was doing wrong. Finally happy. Finally at peace. The passport bros weren't the problem. They were the symptom, and the cure was looking in the mirror.